Hey folks, Mr. Hughes here in Hughes Studios, and I wanted to make a really quick video because as an OCDSB Comm Tech student, you get access to all the Adobe Creative Cloud apps for free, and it's actually tied to your account and not a computer. So that means that you can actually install this software at home on your own devices while you're in a Comm Tech course. So I wanted to make this video so that you can see how you can install it at home. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to go to creativecloud.adobe.com. Now I've got that link in the description as well, so you can either type it into your favorite browser or you can just click the link in the description below. And you're going to download Creative Cloud. Now we're not downloading all the applications here. What we're doing is we're downloading one desktop application that's going to allow us to install all the other ones without having to come back here and go to the page and find out where the installer is, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to click Download Creative Cloud. And that's going to bring us a pop-up, and it's going to ask us where we want to download it. And you can see here I've already downloaded it, but why not? We'll download it again. So in your case, you probably won't get that pop-up. So download it somewhere where you'll remember it, and you can either navigate to that spot and double-click the file from there, or what you can do is just in your browser at the bottom corner here, you can click the installation file, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click the button here just to make sure that it installs. Might give you a little pop-up saying, are you sure you want to do this? And then it's going to open the installer here. Now, before it installs, what will most likely happen is it's going to ask me to sign in. Now, the OCDSB accounts are really Google accounts, but do not click continue with Google. It won't work. What we need to do, it's a back-end thing with our licensing, so just trust me on this. What you want to do is type in your OCDSB, your school OCDSB email address here, okay, in the email address, and then click continue. Now you may see this pop up asking you if you want to use your personal account or your company or school account. This is why we can't just simply log in with Google. We have to tell them that I want to use my school account. So when I click that, when you click company or school account, it's going to bring you to this Microsoft window that's going to ask you for now your password. So type in your password, click sign in, and that's what's going to start the installation process. So you can see here now it's installing. If you typed in your username or password wrong, it's going to ask you to obviously put it in again. And if you run into any issues other than that, then let me know and we'll try and sort it out. So while this installs, I'm going to actually pause the video so you're not being bored by watching the installation, and I'm going to show you the application once it's finished installing. Okay, so Creative Cloud has installed on the computer and we're being welcomed to it, which is very nice of them. And you can see here, so I've got an older application that's actually installed on my computer, but now I have access to all the Adobe software. And you can see here ones that we use quite a bit, ones that we may not use as much, but you may want to investigate while you have access to it. And it's all listed here, and you just have to click the install button. Now be really careful, because sometimes what happens is Adobe will update their software, but they'll leave the old installation one on there. So if I can either click install, or I can actually look for other versions. So if you wanted an older version of Photoshop, you could install it as well. Why would you want to do that? Well, Adobe doesn't really play nice with older versions. So if you work on something in a newer version of Photoshop, you can't go back and open it in an older version. So sometimes you need access to it because of that, because you started in an older version, you want to finish in that version, whatever the case may be. So by simply clicking install, you'll see it'll just install, and that's all you have to do to get it to work. So make sure that you're signed in. With that said, you can only sign in to 2 devices at one time. So if you're logged in on a computer at school, if you've signed into Adobe there, and you've signed in at home, maybe on a desktop, but then you've got a laptop as well you want to try out, you can't log into all 3. You'll have to log out of one of them. And what's really cool about this software is when you go ahead and try and activate that third one, it'll say, hey, you're logged into these 2 already. Do you want to turn one of them off? And you just click which one you want to turn off. So you don't have to uninstall it. If you're going to use it on a third computer, you just have to say, don't give me access on this computer anymore. And then if you wanted access later, turn access off on another device. It's pretty interchangeable that way, which is really, really nice. So I'm not going to bore you with the installation. Photoshop's going to install. At any point, I can go to the updates as well, and I can update my software. And that's how you're going to install and use the Adobe Creative Cloud desktop application.